Just beer reviews, XXXX Gold Australian Pale Ale. Okay, this is brand new onto the Australian market. It is another, what would you say, a change of direction for the Lion company, who own Tui's, own XXXX Gold and numerous other breweries. Yeah, they launched Darling Pale Ale, which I reviewed with Swillengrog. That's on his channel. If you want to see that, to my opinion, that's more of to me, that was more of an Australian, American Pale Ale style. This one's saying it's Australian, so let's see how it goes. It's 3.5% ABV, same as XXXX Gold. The lid's not very tight, but anyway. Yeah, should be pretty good still. What else can I tell you? It's a brown, XXXX Gold, 375ml bottle. Now, it's I didn't change the bottles, unlike the Darling Pale Ale, which is... I haven't seen the Tui's new bottles, but the Darling's a bit different. Anyway, let's pour it into this meaty glass, which you might get at your pub if you decide to try this on tap. Be on draft everywhere, I would imagine. I thought I cleaned that glass up pretty good. Still a little bit of bit of dust or something in there. Anyway, so ignoring that, the colour, it's a stone and wood looking colour, to be honest. Looks like they've used a little bit of like wheat malt, and the wheat malt was it the proteins. It gives that bit of chill haze look to it, and it's like a light straw colour. One finger of pretty white head, and it looks like it might hang around. So the appearance looks pretty good. Looks like a kind of a craft pale ale. So let's have a go at the aroma. Not much really there. Apparently they use Amarillo hops in this. I'm sure they love I'm sure they love mentioning that they use Amarillo. But the smells maybe a bit of grain. Well, not really pulling any hop out of it, to be honest, but a bit of grain. Aroma. So let's get into it. Big cheers, and let's see how this XXXX Gold Australian Pale Ale tastes. Okay, taste-wise, it's very dry at the back end, actually. Taste-wise, it's kind of a sweetness is definitely there, a grain sweetness. Super dry at the back, really dry. Anyway, so it's got like a grain sweetness to it. The body is pretty very light. It's pretty light. Kind of that bitterness, that twang at the back end, kind of lingering. The Darling Pale Ale, definitely it's stronger beer. The Tui's Darling is definitely a lot more hop and a lot more malt. This one is a alright beer. I can see where they're going. It's a real. I wouldn't even really class this as a gateway beer, to be honest. It's really that light on flavour. It's got a pretty light body, a little bit of a bitterness. I'm not getting a real lot of citrus. It's kind of a grainy malt bill. The malt taste, it's just a grain, straight off grain flavour. I definitely prefer it to XXXX Gold. It's definitely better than that. I think if you sit it there for a second. If you did go to the pub and you wanted something a bit lighter, and you don't really like XXXX Gold, it's definitely recommended. It's got its place. It'd be interesting to see if it lasts. Who knows? If it lasts, I think it probably go better than Darling. I think Darling Pale Ale is a little bit lost, maybe, because the reason people might drink this is because it's mid-strength, 3.5, and it's not the typical XXXX Gold lager, which some people don't like. So you might get someone who's Don't mind, say Coopers or something will drink this just because it's mid-strength. They can still drive. You can session it. I don't know how to go sessioning. I can't really say what a session like until like if I had more than 6 in one standing. I'd say you'd be able to drink it all day. You'd think it'd be a good fishing beer if you like your pale ales. It's very mild. Let's try again. I don't know if it's the yeast, but kind of get that Forex Gold, a little bit of back taste there with the bitterness, kind of like a chemical bitterness. I don't know if it's the water of the yeast or what it is, but it's pretty inoffensive. It's pretty light in flavour. Like I said, I don't think it's a gateway beer. I think it's just something people might drink because it's mid-strength. That's why I think it might have a niche, because it's mid-strength and it's not the typical lager where the Darling may be a bit lost. If you're going to drink full strength, you might want to drink something else a bit more flavoursome. So, Forest Gold Australian Pale Ale, really hard one to grade. I don't know what to give it, to be honest. I'm actually not going to grade it just yet. I think what I will do is I'll give this. It's an okay beer. Who knows? It'll be popular. It's definitely drinkable. It's not very offensive. It's a light body, but yeah, it's a real tough one because there's not a real lot of these mid-strength pale ales on the market by the macro fellas anyway, by the big boys. So it's just it's a hard style to it's hard to grade it. The only thing I'd think would become closer to me would be the James Squire's Copper. The Copper mid-strength beer there, but it's more crafty. It's more of an intro beer, a lot more flavour. So it's definitely drinkable. If you like it, good on you. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you're watching this, probably more flavours and beers, and it might be one to have if you got to drive somewhere. We go to the pub, have a couple of beers with your mates, and take off. So try it. It's definitely interesting and quite bizarre at the same time. Who saw this? I never even saw the Darling Pale Ale. That was right out of left field for me, and with Forex Gold, Queensland is pretty loyal to their lager, so I don't know if they'll get behind it, but who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of Jez Brew Reviews. Didn't grade it, don't know how to grade it. There's not a real lot in its ballpark, so yeah, try it. You can only try it yourself and see what you think. So I'll catch you next time. Bye.